Welcome to the Elaine Walgie Show. Well, in case you haven't noticed, but our ruling party is leading the nation to a more socialistic form of government. It's always been their agenda. Whereas under apartheid we had white nationalism, now a big faction within the ANC actually want black nationalism. Which is why over the years, many times we've heard people say things such as, a white man will never run this country again, or will never be president. They said it about the DA, the official opposition. A white man will never be president in this country again. Now, if equality has been the goal without democracy, then surely you can't allow people to say things like that. Then surely it cannot be about race, if equality is the goal. But equality is not the goal, not in South Africa, not with the ruling party. Equality has never been the goal. They've used our constitutional democracy and they've used our laws to actually lay a platform for socialism. And I can tell you this, socialism is just the shadow of the person of communism that's following right behind that shadow. Socialism is always just a precursor for communism, because a little power corrupts a little, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. That's been proven right around the world. Look at Venezuela as an example. Socialism will not work, regardless of how we want to romanticize it. Democrats in the United States are calling for socialism and socialist programs in the country. But you're going to follow the same example and the same path as all the other countries who've tried it before us. Look at where Russia and Zimbabwe's inflation rates sit today because of dictatorship and communism and socialistic form of government. Look at the freedoms of the people in China. In fact, there is no freedom in China. We've got this huge coronavirus crisis in the world because of centralized control in China. Because a doctor got shut up when he tried to warn the world and his friends about this virus. Socialism is not good for the world. It's not good for our country. Anyway, who's going to pay for all of these things? All of these free things? Free education, free national health insurance for everyone. Who's going to pay? You might get away with it for a year, but the fiscus will never be able to carry the burden of socialism. And soon to follow socialism is communism. This is a wake-up call to the people of South Africa. Let us be careful who we put in power in our country. Next year, we have our next local elections right across this nation. Let us make sure we put the right people in power. Let us vote with our heads and not with our hearts. And let's make sure in a few years' time, at the next national general elections, let us put the right party or parties in power. But we cannot have what we're having right now. The ANC has showed their hand. They have showed their hand. They are not democratic. They don't want to be democratic. They want to be socialistic.